Wow, Bitcoin, good heavens. The futures on BTC are up over $10,000 right now. We've got a lifetime highs on Bitcoin, obviously, and a lot of equity indexes. And I've been having a ball. A good friend of mine who, like me, was a fellow perm bear, but got cured. He, last I heard, had bought a bunch of Bitcoin. So I wrote him a note today saying, "Hey, congratulations." He said, "No, I sold all mine in August." So it's like, "Ugh." But in his defense, he actually used the funds to build a Bitcoin mine. So it'll work out anyway. So I've got a lot of symbols and not a lot of time. So let's jump in and catch up. As always, we begin the spider, and as always, it's at a lifetime high. It's just pushing, pushing, pushing higher and higher and higher, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm focused on individual stuff, as most of you know, and weirdly, most of my short positions have stocks that are down today, which is pretty cool. But the spiders keeps on keeping on. Historic highs, valuations like you've never seen before, and those of you who are on slope have read all about it. The fundamentals are bonkers. Here's the diamonds. Likewise, lifetime high on the Dow 30. It's getting close to that midline of this multi-decade channel, but the vapors from the election results are still going. It hasn't even been 1 week, of course. I mean, 7 days ago, we didn't know who was going to win for sure. And in the 4 trading days that have taken place since the results became clear, things have just been on a rocket ship. In the US, that is. Jump overseas, different situation. Here's emerging markets down again, way below lifetime highs. I mean, lifetime highs were literally years ago, as opposed to the US, which is like every stinking day. China, inconsequential. It's up, 0.19%. It's still battered down in this zone, even after that trillion-dollar plus bailout number 96 they threw. But today's really all about crypto. Bitcoin has gone stark raving mad. Last week, I said Bitcoin will cross 80,000 in short order. Fine. I didn't know it would be this, not only this quick, but blast right past 80. It was interesting to watch it because this week it got over 80, then it backtracked like to 70, 78. It's like, wow, kind of just performative, just for the heck of it. No, it was just backing and filling, and it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. So congratulations to any of those out there. Of course, we've all heard the stories about, I forget the statistic in terms of the percentage of Bitcoin that has been irretrievably lost. Like the password's forgotten or the hard drive was thrown away or got corrupted or what have you. It's big. I don't, it's something like, I want to say like 30%. It's definitely a double digit percent, but it's some jaw dropping figure. Wow. I mean, that's many tens of billions of dollars, if not hundreds of billions. I think the market cap on Bitcoin is now at like 1.6 trillion or something like that. So yeah, hundreds of billions of dollars just gone through accident. For those who have retained it, though, they're doing just great. So yeah, there's BTC. It's a bit of an odd man out because other cryptos up a lot, sure, but it's not at lifetime highs like Ethereum or what have you. One big beneficiary of this is obviously MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy used to be kind of a failed internet bubble train wreck. This had gone, it was like a normal business at the time. It had gone from like $333 down to literally like 33 cents. It lost 99.9% of its value. But to Michael Saylor's credit, they've turned that around. And they've basically become a giant Bitcoin holding fund. Sometimes they say hedge fund, but that's not correct. It's just has a massive Bitcoin, about, I think, $26 billion worth. But the company has a market cap of like 60 billion. Even though it doesn't have really much of a business besides Bitcoin. So not sure what that's all about, but it's having a sensational day. As I say, just about anything crypto related is up, but it's not lifetime highs like Bitcoin is. Like here's Ethereum, which is the number 2. It's exploded higher, but it's still about 40% under its lifetime high. And then, of course, Dogecoin, which famously was created as a gag, but has become a huge crypto success story. especially lately. You can see right here. I mean, in just a matter of weeks, it's gone from a dime up to around 33 cents, 220% rise. Um, it's fun to watch from a safe distance, I'll say that. Now, this is all obviously resulting from the election results. And I did a post today talking about how back in 2020, I coined a term called ABC stocks, accidental beneficiaries of COVID. Moderna, BioNTech, Zoom, basically, Peloton, stocks that really were the right place at the right time. And those went massively higher because they had a vaccine or they gave you a bicycle to ride or what have you. And there weren't that many. Well, those ABC stocks have been completely destroyed because COVID's long gone. And now we've got the Trump stocks. And way before the election, I talked about, what kinds of stocks would benefit from a Trump victory. And basically, it's companies associated with friends of his, like Elon Musk, like Peter Thiel. And that has certainly transpired. Tesla, goodness gracious, look at this. This is hard to believe. It was only in April that this was the worst stock in the entire S&P 500. 500 in stocks, and it was 500th place. Embarrassing. Way down here, it was $138. Well, it's not embarrassing anymore. It blasted higher, and you know me and the Fibonacci's. That's what this is all about. And so it got up here in July, and this very much traces Trump's popularity or likelihood, because you remember in mid-July, it was like a foregone conclusion. Then things began to really cool off with him, and he got, began to look a lot more iffy. And so Tesla fell a lot, and then started climbing. Then another tumble. And basically, the last time it was really battered wasn't that long ago. It was on October 23. It was down around $212. And since then, it leaped forward, kind of eased back, waiting for the election results. This is election day right here. Then the results came out, jumped higher, up, 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 and up. And the Fibonacci's have, like, the whole way, have been a vital guide to support and resistance. The last one, which is today that we tagged, is right there, that pink one. And that is like to the penny where the stock is right now. So it just keeps vaulting from fib to fib, like so. And I'll say it again. I think Tesla could be one day the most valuable company on the planet, even maybe in the next 4 years. If SpaceX was public, SpaceX percentage-wise would be up way more than even Tesla right now. Because Tesla sells to consumers, SpaceX sells to the government. So, SpaceX is private, but as I say, they would be up massively, even compared to Tesla, if they were public. Anyway, I do think that this is going to ease off for whatever reason, because you just can't. This is unsustainable. So this is very vaporous right here. This could easily fall. I mean, in the most extreme scenario, and I don't know what it would take to do this, but in the most extreme scenario, it could get back into this vicinity, sort of like right after election day. And if so, I think it'd be a fantastic place to buy into it. But yeah, I've been really surprised. And I'll say again, the target 460, I think for next year is reasonable. Palantir, same deal, way up here. Yes, it's up massively, like literally about 1,000% over the past 22 months. But I think it's going to ease back. You can't do this every day. Axon, formerly known as Taser. I got in the business way back when it was called Taser. Here's the channel. Look how close it's getting to that channel. I think we're close to the end for the first phase of this post-election rally. And of course, the same old we've talked about all last week, the private prisons. Geo Group, blasting higher, lifetime high. Core Civic, blasting higher, almost a lifetime high in the vicinity. So yeah, those are the post-election success stories. Interestingly, the monsters from earlier this year are they stink, relatively speaking. Like Nvidia, the darling, is down on a day like this. It is hanging out. The price now is where it was last Wednesday. It's kind of got its thumb stuck in its pockets. And it's probably a combination of tariffs and just the uncertainty of the Chinese relationship. But semiconductor stocks in general are weak. ARM Holdings down almost 4%. Supermicro, which is a story unto itself, down over 5.5%. On my own positions, and we'll do a rocket sled through my own shorts. That's terrible. My bearish positions, we're going to talk about them. You with me? Okay. So let's go real quick. So I've got puts on all these, and none of that. I'm out of the Januaries. They're at the earliest March. I'm giving myself lots of time. So they are Cleveland Cliffs, EWZ, Brazil, Huntsman Group, HUN. I'm not in Netflix, actually, so I beg your pardon. That's an error on my part. SMTC, Simtech, CC, Chemours, the company I can never learn to pronounce. This is a real favorite now. DB Horton, DHI. I really like this setup, the home builder. Intel, we talked about this last week. So far, so good. We're down over 4% today on this. I like the look of Intel. Lincoln National, LNC. It's up today, but like I say, these expire between March and literally January 2026. Lots of time. Next Era, that's behaving itself. NEE, backing away from that red horizontal. Nike, big old right triangle pattern on that one. And the last of these, on Friday, I bought a bunch of SMH, the semiconductor ETF, and that's down nicely, 2.35%. Let's see, I went to fifth gear, so we're actually going to make it on time, in spite of the first 2 minutes being chopped off. But precious metals, I'm giving this another go. Because, boy, you talk about the contrary trade. Crypto is sexy, and precious metals, yuck. I like yuck. So this is what I'm seeing. Here's GDX getting battered again. This is the miners. Check out the green line. Look where we've been battered too. This has been falling for weeks now. Bang, 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 bang. But that green line, that green supporting line, I think should serve as support. No position. I only have one precious metals position, which I'll tell you about in just a sec. Here's gold GLD. This has been banged down ever since it peaked here on the 30th. And I'm hoping this represents support. But the actual only position I've got amongst these is SLV. I'm tilting at this windmill once again. And I've got to stop right at that blue line. I've tried this 2 or 3 times, lost a little bit each time, because I'm very picky about these stop loss levels. But we'll see. And if it sticks, maybe this is the one.